So in last video I covered exactly how I'm generating over 50k a month for one of my clients that's running his ad, just one ad, fully educational, fully branded, fully personalized, and we have a setter in his business that I'm training, placing and managing. And he's currently averaging around 42x return on ad spend. But the most common question I've had from previous video was how to book that many calls and how to get such a good results if you don't have a budget. So in this video I'm gonna break down exactly how I'm booking 100 calls per month for one of my clients that's a coach, by the way. He's running a coaching program without a single dollar of budget required. So what we're doing is we're simply running a cold outbound campaign. So a lot of people nowadays think that cold outbound is dead, and I always tell them, bro, you don't know these few principles that I've prepared to show you boys in this video, and that's pretty much the reason why you think that cold outbound campaign is dead. Because look at it from this perspective. A guy that I'm training and managing in that cold outbound campaign offer, his name is Jamie, by the way, and in less than 2 weeks I took him from someone who's just done cold calling and who's just been an SDR in his life, so zero DMs experience whatsoever, to booking 5 calls a day as a cold outbound setter. And I also want to point out that only one setter, one killer setter in fact, is all you need to run a profitable cold outbound campaign and be booking over 100 calls a month. Literally all you need. And when you mix it with these few principles that I've prepared for you right here, you're gonna see an immediate change in your business. And I also want to point out one more, even more important thing. I'm never gonna sell you on any shitty 15 grand coaching program, whatever. The purpose of these videos is for you to establish your business, to establish that foundation within your business, sign your first 6, 7, 10 clients, whatever, and then once you feel that it's time for you to delegate the workload, we can just sort something out, because I don't even have a coaching program. I'm never even selling. I'm not even selling any programs. But what I'm doing is, like I said, recording these videos, sharing all my sauce with you. So once you are at that level, we can just start making more money in less time by placing me and my team, my team of killer setters inside. And pretty much I've had few guys that were like, yo bro, I do have some setters, I wanna start making 5, 10k a month. And I was like, bro, you can't delegate the workload if you're not even running a profitable business yet. Setters are not some guys that are gonna do some magic, some miracle inside your business and that's it, you can chill. No, you first need to build that foundation. And how to do it? Once you have a setter inside your business, there are obviously few boxes that you need to be ticking in order to get the reply. First of all, you can't raise any red flags whatsoever, because that's gonna result in you being ignored. And one funny thing that I've read just recently from Alex Hormozy is the difference between a millionaire, someone who's making, let's say, $1 million a year, and someone who's just making 1k a month, that's 10 to 12k a year, is simply in basics. So even though these things right here that you're seeing can seem like just some basic bitch things, bro, that's exactly what makes the difference between me, who is running a profitable cold outbound campaign for not only one of my clients but 3 or 4 of them, and someone who is struggling to just even get the reply. So first of all, stating the obvious. Yo Chris, I realized you're an appointment setting coach. No shit, bro, you're just wasting your words. Please stop being generic and come up with something unique. Then another thing, trying to be too likable. Yo, I love your page, I came across it and I was so inspired by your work. Bro, stop the cap, like these guys are saying. Just cut the bullshit and get straight to the point. Being generic, absolutely the same thing. Just using whatever these other guys are using, such as, yo, I came across your page, I saw you in suggested and I just wanted to connect. Bro, just be real. And also copy other people. That's another super important thing that I wanted to cover, because in this video I could simply give you my opener that's currently averaging around 35 to 45% reply rate. So that's the reply rate we're currently averaging. But what would be the purpose of me giving it to you? There would be no benefits, simply because, first of all, it wouldn't work for you, because how I even came up with this, with such an efficient opener. Simply because, first of all, I was creative. I use my philosophy. My entire philosophy and my entire brand is about setter sans train setters, sans this, sans that, killer setters as well, killer managers and stuff. So that's exactly what I'm using in my opener. So if you use it, pretty much it does make sense for you. And the second thing, once you start using it, it's not gonna work neither for me nor for you, simply because it's just oversaturated. And it would be literally the same example as with these ones right here. You know, yo, I came across your page, yo, I love your content and stuff. You know, nowadays everyone is using that. So I would just say be creative and come up with something unique, something that no one in the market is using besides you. You know, use your brand, use your brain power to come up with something, and you'll see an immediate difference. Another thing, finish with a question. Of course, you want to finish with a question because you just need to give the reason to your prospect to reply to you. You know, and also another thing that for some reason I forgot to mention is curiosity. You need in your openers, you need to trigger curiosity so the person that you're reaching out to can actually look forward to hearing more about what you have to say. You know, just make them curious, because that's how you inevitably get the reply. Have a common ground. Another thing, let's say you're in the similar or the same school community as some person that you're reaching out to, you can just drop that community's name and be like, yo, I'm there as well. You know, what is it that you're trying to get out of it? Yo, I just want to learn more about paid ads, whatever. No shit, bro, me too. And that's how you connect, you know, something genuine. Have a reason for messaging. Same thing. You just need to have a reason for messaging someone, instead of here being generic and just wanting to connect like all these other guys are saying. No, you just need to have a direct reason for messaging someone. And then these last two things, split test and conditional language, are by far two most important things when it comes to getting a reply. Split test. This is exactly how I'm split testing. I also want to point out that since this is my third year of being involved in this online sales game, appointment setting specifically, I've been through hundreds and hundreds of different openers. And how I got to the position where almost half of the people I reach out to actually reply. So this is how. You come up with two openers, let's say opener number one, opener number two. You see this one is on 10% reply rate, this one is on 15, and then guess what? You're obviously gonna double down on the second one. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna come up with two different versions of that same opener, 2.0, 3.0, whatever, and then just repeat the same process all over again. Now you see this is on 20%, this is on 18. Once again, just double down on this better one and come up with new versions of that same opener, you know, and that's how you progressively increase your reply rate by testing. Another thing, conditional language. Conditional language is a language that puts off the pressure of your prospect. So when I say conditional language, I mean words such as might, then of course maybe, possibly is another one that I'm constantly using and that's just been doing wonders for me. Possibly, yeah, of course, there is a word opposed, but to be fair, nowadays more and more people are using it, so I wouldn't say it's that, you know, efficient to use it. So what I mean by this is, hey bro, would you possibly be open to hearing how I might do X for you? Those kinds of things. Conditional language where you're just slightly implying that you might be able to help him. Why am I saying that? Because if you, let's say, help people make 10k a month and you reach out to some guy that's making 20k a month, I mean, you can't help him, and you forcefully trying to pitch him wouldn't work. It would be a massive red flag, simply because, you know, you didn't say that you might be able to help him, that you would possibly be able to help him, but you're just pushing your thing, which is never good. So once you tick off all of these things and once you get the reply, we have a conversation with the prospect, and this is exactly how to converse with them. So you found a common ground, obviously, the same way you did with this opener. You just need to continue doing so. You found a common ground. And now there are just 3 examples that I put right here, because honestly in these almost 3 years that I've been involved in this game, I've been through thousands and thousands of different scenarios, but the main point here is for you to slowly progress the combo. Slowly progress it and expand. What I want to point out is that once you feel that a certain topic from the prospect's message is most relevant and most relatable, you just need to dive deeper into it. Honestly, just dive deeper. Why am I saying that? Simply because every single message that your prospect sends is there for a reason. Or, in other words, every single message has a meaning behind it. And what you need to do is just analyze the message and be like, okay, this is most important thing. And you'll also see exactly what I mean in this example, that example of a conversation that I've had just 4 or 5 days ago with one of my prospects that I've managed to book in. So this is an example. Let's say you've been on a mastermind, you guys are casually talking, and mastermind is the most relevant topic that you choose from that specific message. Sounds sick, man. What was the mastermind about? And let's say you're an Instagram ads coach, and you can be like, yo, bro, I just wanted to hear more about, or I just wanted to educate myself a bit more about how to run profitable ads. Oh, no shit, bro, ads. I'm currently averaging 4 or 5x return on ad spend. What about you? How much are you averaging? Yo, nothing too crazy, 3x, but yeah, definitely looking forward to increase it. Okay, bro, I think I might be able to give you some pointers. Let's hop on a call. Obviously, not that straightforward, but you see the point. Slowly progress, take your time. Same with mentor. We have the same mentor, love that man who is the mentor. When you're talking about such a topics, it's honestly, chances are high that you can just find a common ground, the same way like you did here, and the same way like you had a reason for messaging person right here. We all have mentors, and there's a network of people. If you're into fitness, then you'll realize that all fitness coaches follow other fitness coaches. And it's same with our mentors. You can be like, yo bro, love that. Who's the mentor? Oh, it's a guy named Chris, he's helping me with some backend systems, with sales, he's training, placing and managing setters for me. No shit, bro. I know a guy from my town here that also worked with Chris. How's he, with you? How's the work with him been like for you? What's your feedback and those kinds of things? And also just start slowly progressing. I did business with X person, absolutely the same thing. Sick, bro, you guys must have been cooking something. Also remember that you need to acknowledge every single message just so you don't appear as a bot, because if you're a bot, then you can easily be replaced with some AI agent. However, yeah, what is it that you boys did together? We did X thing. Oh, sounds awesome. I'm also doing that, whatever. And something that I've also covered in the previous video when we talked about ads, I wanted to cover it right here with cold outbound campaign, because it's not only as equally important as in that example, but it's far more important, because realistically all these cold outbound guys that we're reaching out to are just strangers to us, and even worse, we're just another stranger in their DMs as well. So if you give them a reason to continue messaging with you, to continue just that chat, you'll never be left unseen. Because realistically, the first thing whenever we send a message to our prospect, the first thing that they're thinking about is how to get the hell out of our DMs, how to just stop that convo. But if you give him a reason to continue talking with you, you're never gonna be left unseen, simply because he sees value in your thing and he is looking forward to learning more about you and about how you might be able to help him. Cut the bullshit. Same thing I mentioned earlier, goals, pains, desires. Yeah, bro, that's what everyone is using, so please cut that crap, because it's fully transparent and all these people know the game. So if you're trying too hard to resonate, to be likable, you're definitely gonna get ghosted. Curiosity, also slightly connected or closely connected with reasoning for your messages. So with every single message, you need to trigger extra curiosity in your prospect so that the conversation actually stays alive. Then one of the biggest red flags that you can possibly do is assume something. Yo bro, I've managed to take a look at your personal brand and it's so sick. I bet your clients are smashing it as well. I bet your ads are performing perfectly fine. That's just an assumption, and the most common response that you're gonna get from your prospect is gonna be something like, man, what makes you say that? And then you're gonna justify yourself like a little bitch, being like, no, sorry if I offended you. I was just talking about X. And not only that your authority is going down and that you seem way more desperate, but you're also not in the control of the conversation anymore, because now he asked you a question and you're justifying yourself, and you're not in the control, and your prospect can literally decide where to navigate that convo. And trust me, that's probably gonna be to cut the things, to just cut everything, I would say, to just stop talking with you as soon as possible, because anymore he doesn't have any interest in conversing with you. However, booking process, super important. And also, it's not that complicated. It's not a rocket science, trust me. And this example right here that I put is kind of a mixture of how I had a conversation with the prospect, and also how I managed to book him in. So, this is exactly how. Lead and I were talking about me just being focused on my YouTube, which is obvious just by you watching this video. And he all of a sudden told me about how he's also looking to hit 10k on YouTube, and I didn't even ask him, which is the most perfect scenario ever. He wanted to hire some full-time stuff. So I was like, super chill, bro, I can't lie. Don't forget ACA framework, which means acknowledge, compliment, ask. I acknowledged it. I was like, yeah, definitely super chill, bro, I can't lie. Also gave him a compliment indirectly. I wasn't trying too hard to give him a compliment so he can apparently like me. No, I was just like, yo, bro, super chill because, you're a G, something along those lines. Wait, lol, what do you mean by hiring full-time staff? And that's exactly what I mean when I said that you need to dive deeper into a specific topic that you feel is most relatable or most relevant. For me, since I'm training, placing, and managing setters, he wanted to hire some full-time staff, and obviously that's something I want to double down on. That's exactly what I want to tailor my conversation around. And he was like, some setters, like, bro, could it be more perfect to do an outbound? Even better, and some closers later down the line once I can't handle it all on my own. And then I decided to navigate the conversation in the direction of just talking about killer setters on a commission basis, which definitely sounds appealing. Commission meaning that it's only paid per performance, Have you ever worked with any killer setters on a commission, bro? Not with killers though, they were kinda shit, haha, we're just keeping it light-hearted, and that's exactly where I propose the call. With the call proposals, a lot of people are just overthinking it. When they don't realize that, obviously, you watching this video probably know that people buy or make these important decisions 90% with their emotions and 10% with their logic. And then, of course, when it comes to throwing objections at your face, they are completely the opposite. 90% logic, 10% emotions. So in that case, why would I just trigger their logic instead of their emotions? So how I book the call is I use his goal, pain, or desire, depends on how the conversation you're having progresses, and I combined it with the call to action, which was let's hop on a call, and that's exactly how I made a no-brainer call proposal. A no-brainer is super important here, so he can actually see the value. The same way he was constantly seeing the value in just talking with you. There's a reason that you need to find, there's a curiosity that you need to trigger. The same way, we just need to keep it real when proposing a call. So how I proposed a call was something along the lines of, it was, yo bro, honestly I think I can give you some pointers. Just recently I managed to set up a profitable call outbound campaign and get the guy from 0 calls a day to 5 calls a day. And also I placed a guy that never done any DM setting. So honestly, instead of chatting back and forth, let's just hop on a call, and the worst case scenario, if you don't like my strategies, I can just show you how I would do it. How I would just train, place, and manage setters for you, so you can go out there and do it on your own. And that's a no-brainer call proposal. And the funny thing is that all these conversations that you're having with your prospects don't even need to be that long. 10 to 15 messages max. Simply because the main takeaways when it comes to booking the call with call outbound campaign is to see the spark in their interest, to leverage that interest, and then ultimately make that no-brainer call proposal. Honestly, it's super simple. Just make a no-brainer call proposal and, just be logical, cut the crap and get straight to the point, I would say. Because this is exactly what 99.9 of these geeky setters are doing. They are talking about pains, goals, desires, and all that bunch of crap. But let me ask you, you're probably targeting the similar people like me, making 15, 20k a month or whatever, and they all want to scale to 50 or 100k a month. And me talking about their pains, like, bro, what keeps you up at night? You know, what would you like to reach in the next 3 to 6 months? Have you ever tried anything else to get over that problem? Has that had an impact on you? That's probably the fastest way for you to get left unseen. Simply because, let me ask you, a guy making 30k a month can literally, right now, retire, move to Thailand, and live the rest of his life like a king. But obviously, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to hit 100k a month. But the difference between someone making 30, 50, or 100k a month is almost non existent. Yeah, the truth is that you can buy a Lambo, you can buy a G Wagon, and be a G in your hometown, but you can live without a Lambo, you can buy a Mercedes or whatever and be a G, you know? So, talking about pains, goals, or desires is just shit simply because they don't have a pain. They're chilling, you know. 30k a month is the level where you're just chilling and going on about your life. Literally, just chilling, I would say, you know. So, these are two examples. I mean, example is wrong and this is a correct one because every single conversation that I have with my prospects, I imagine it like me taking a walk with my prospect. So, in this green example, which is by the way correct one, this is you and this is your prospect. And you guys are just taking a casual walk. You know, you're just taking a casual walk and that's exactly how you bring him to your ultimate goal, which is to book the call. Just a casual and a simple road. You can see how kind of straightforward it is, you know. On the other hand, we have this terrible, steepy, complicated road with a bunch of these turns left, right, and whatever, and that's you just complicating your life and being like, okay, what's your pain? You know, what's your goal? What's your desire? What is it that you're trying to reach? Those kinds of things is, like I said, just another shit because, yeah, it's never gonna take you to that ultimate goal, which is to book the call. I mean, you can see me drawing some kind of a wall right here, but honestly, you can maybe book a call, but getting close deal is almost impossible simply because no one trusts you, you know. And an example of, let's say, my offer right here, where I train, place, and manage setters on a performance basis for all these other businesses, if I didn't know how to navigate the combo and make it as simple as possible, how can I sell myself to the person and tell him, like, okay, bro, I can guarantee that I can take care of your DMs? If I didn't even manage to just convince him into the fact that I know my game. You get me what I'm saying, you know? So, pretty much just take care that you cut the crap and get straight to the point because that's exactly how you're gonna be able to make a person know you, like you, trust you, and remember, spark the interest, leverage it, make them interested in hearing more about your offer and how you can help them with some things over the call. But something that a lot of people ask me is finances. How do I qualify their finances? So honestly speaking, I think it's just unnecessary to be like, okay, so how much would you actually be willing and capable of investing into reaching those goals? Because there is a thing that you can use to slightly imply that the person is qualified, and obviously that's their personal brand. And when I say personal brand, I literally mean their entire brand, whether that's IG, whether that's, I don't know, YouTube, so their IG profile, their YouTube channel, their TikTok, where they're showing off or whatever. Because once you see on their personal brand that the camera quality is crisp, that their aesthetics are looking so sick, you know, bunch of sick supercars, chilling on a rooftop in Miami, you know, just a like a proper lifestyle, high energy lifestyle, I would say. You can already kinda assume that they are qualified. And you don't have to waste your words and waste your time with being like, yo, how much would your budget be in order to reach your goals with something like this? So yeah, no, that's not what we're doing that's not what I've done with Jamie. And that's exactly how these few principles, those few principles are exactly how we managed to get him from someone being with no DMs experience whatsoever to booking 5 calls a day. So, like I've said earlier, A lot of people think that cold outbound is dead simply because, you know, they prefer paid ads, and honestly paid ads are sick as well. But the thing is that by doing cold outbound, you can literally choose your most ideal client profile that you want to be working with. And then once you tick off these few boxes, once you make sure that you get the reply, you talk with your prospects, like you're being real with them, you're cutting the crap out of your messages, you're just making no-brainer cold proposals and navigating your conversation wherever you want it to go, you'll see how overpowered this outbound is. Yeah, the truth is that you need to have a killer setter who is willing to just send 50 DMs a day, because that's exactly what we're doing. You know, nothing too crazy, just 50 a day. But once you get the hang of it, you'll realize how amazing it is to just have an outbound campaign up and running constantly. You know, because for example with ads, you can get banned as well. Your ad account can get banned. You can run out of budget if the quality of your leads is not that good. But with cold outbound, it's just sick, you know. And like I've said, I'm never gonna sell you on anything. If you ever see me selling you in these videos on some shitty coaching program, please reach out to me and call me out on my shit, because yeah, I promise you, my right hand to God, I'm never gonna do it. However, if you like this video, I would appreciate you dropping me a comment, give me a feedback on my IG, because now since I'm on this YouTube grind, this feedback means a lot to me, so I can tailor my other videos and help you out a lot more than right now, you know. And if you liked it as well, just give me a subscribe. I would genuinely appreciate it. It helps the algorithm boost my video a bit more. If not, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Keep smashing it.